And now another weekend update. Hi guys, welcome to Weekend Update, the first one. How could it be again? Well, that's just how the circuitous nature of the universe. So what's going on? BB3K. We're on our way. Brilliant stuff, what I'm seeing. I already have the 3 acts put together, so just know that. Tom Vaughn has got all that information, has been a key teacher among many others. We're going really, really quick. Wow, here's what I wanted to tell you first thing. Things that exist in each and every production. Preserve, enhance, and futurize. Those 3 things, okay, they could go in a different order, but they exist in every production, and that's exactly what's going on with this. So the short summary without reveals, because some of have been out there in order to get it to this part of the finish line. The best is yet to come. It's just incredible stuff. Again, I'm going to stop saying that. You can see all this information in the to date. There's a little, always had that subtext in there. Get it? To date was also a love letter to Spielberg. That's it. So that's what's going on there, because Blues Brothers 3000 is, and we can count if you want, it's both the sequel to Blues Brothers 2000 plus the prequel to 1941 plus the sequel to 1941, and it also leaves room for other things in there as well too. The people that are involved, you know most of the people already, and then there's some new characters that have been introduced to expand and study the storylines. Some of the key people, I just wanted to get this out, and I'm putting a lot of information out quickly because we are going quickly. I've heard that there's a deadline that will either make the movie and be paid profusely for it, which that's the goal. We could method through this whole thing, but you know what? And improvise through the whole thing. I am going to do that partly, and that's the next step of me reaching out to everyone. The parts that I need to work on, though, just like I did with Mamma Mia, is taking the classical approach and using that story structure, the plot structure, putting that all together, and seeing where it goes. And the more that I've added to it, little bits, I don't want to add all kinds of things to make it like a Ready Player One. I loved what I saw when I saw Men in Blue, which is fantastic. Yes, we are using things like that. But you see, because of that, I changed a couple of things, but I also changed the tone of it to make it more Men in Blue like. So in terms of the density of the 3 acts, no one's saying that they have to be an equal 33 and a third. We'll come back to the 3s later. I'm coming up on the 3-minute mark. But the 33 and a third, the first act is going to be really heavy because there's a lot of introduction, a lot of character introduction. You see some of this in the to date playlist that you can see out there. So the first act is going to be heavy. The second act is going to be moderate, and the third act is going to be light. And without spoilers, you can kind of see a preview of the rhythm and the tone from that. I forget what I called it. Oh, precog. I called it precog. So that little precog broadcast, which is my favorite, really changed the scope of the entire thing completely. Now, here's a little secret. Am I explaining to you, or am I tricking you with that broadcast? Because I'm not telling you at this point what's going on with the gray and the green alien, and I'm not telling you at this point with the person that visualizes it at the end there. Yes, you do see John Belushi in a UFO, but who, what, where, when, why, and how does that occur? Okay, and that's all the fun stuff. That's all the fun stuff that's in there, but it's not just fun stuff for the point of being fun. We'll have plenty of that in there. Again, I'm trying to make a movie like the aspiring writer-director that I am, and this is going great places really quick. I'm using AI the right way, also illustrating this, and that's why I take the time to teach as I go, because I'm not going to have time to do it while we're running at light speed, which we are. Nice work with those stormtroopers in Lower Wacker Drive? No, in Chicago, under the L. That was great stuff. It remains great stuff. Okay, that Neil Tyson Degrassi is adding real world elements into there, like I did in the study with the I think I called it Ice Cream Social. It was the one chapter. But you see, when those chapters come in like that, that's not me just experimenting. Oh, they're wearing this costume. They're in this location. That's a deep study. It's a deep study. It's an instant study. a lot of what you do, a lot of what I forced myself to do, starting with the Mamma Mia movie, is from Sir Nolan. And again, thanks for that. I can never stop thanking him, so I'll just keep going and do it through the efforts. Is connect and flow. Everything is connect and flow. Okay. Then there's things that come in from beyond, that because they go beyond the page. They go beyond what. Look, I am capable of writing all that stuff, but at what speed, and with what level of love? This started. My brother died when I was young. That could have been me. When I say young, at birth, that could have been me, and flip flopped. Okay, so. That alone got me to the consciousness of, let's look at Jim Belushi having dreams about his brother. That hit me really deep, and I'm going to tell you that's what landed me on this journey. And thanks for coming with me, because it's a beautiful. I want to cry because it's so beautiful. Okay, I'm getting my teeth out in like 3 weeks. Well, the top part, then the bottom part, I'm going to have some brand new dentures that I can illustrate to everyone. Until then, we're working hard and fast. So, you've seen a lot of the elements of the first act that are in there now. The third act is already written, and pretty much is writing itself. It's these in-between parts, but they have to connect to me logically, and also as an author, as a writer, they have to connect in a strategic way. So I am doing that, but every little turn adds to new things. That's in order to achieve these results, I need to know when to cut it off. Okay, but things that add tremendously to the storyline is what I went through. So where are we going next with this? I'm going to reach out to Amblin, and I need the input from the attached cast that I have so far, which is Dan Aykroyd, Jim Belushi, all right, Michael Keaton, because I love what they did in the pilot. Who else is in there? We're working on it. Bill Murray, for sure. I would like to see other faces in there. But again, can I lead this into other spin-offs and etc.? I can. I'm not really working on it like that. I'm working on what makes sense emotionally and what connects. What connects, that's the biggest thing. Just like me writing the Men in Black theme against it, improvising against it. Whether that's me getting into the mood of it or to show my prowess as a musician, great. I could, MIDI render that right into the computer, and you can edit out the bad notes just like a word processor. Or is that the actual? No, I'm going with the actual Spielberg style, one take, because just like he said, okay, Matt Damon, I can keep shooting this and maybe get 5% more, 10% more. I've been through many productions, and yeah, you can do that, but you always preserve that first take, because there's magic in the first take. You're doing things that you would never do, even with mistakes. You're doing things that you would never do for that first take. So yeah, and then I can pull a Paul Thomas Anderson and let's shift and shape it all together. No problem, because I'm conducting it, so I see where that's all going. So that's just kind of some of the highlights of where I'm headed with this production. In terms of the date, boy, I hope they don't give me a real soon date, okay, because there's still a lot to do, okay? But on the plus side, you're going to be able to see the effects of this to give ideas. My part is that I don't want to give ideas. I guess I can make a different playlist that's just taking me extra time. So I'll be, not liberal. I'll be more conservative rather than liberal in terms of me giving out the little pieces that I've given. But what's there is just beautiful. You see where we're going with it. You see the ships, that are there, and you see the connecting points, okay? Where does it go from there? Okay, I'm going heavy into the second act now that I wrap that up, okay, but I'm also illustrating a different style of production, because it's not just the writer and I hand it off, and it's not just, hey Don, can you direct this? Sure, let me look and see what's going on here, and let's add into it. Well, I could, but it's not that. It's deeper than that, and I just wanted to share that with you. I've used the number 3 a lot because of the UFOs. So, there's little devices like that. And sometimes when it's not 3s, or you see 2s, sometimes, but not every time, it's like It's gone now. It's like, okay, here, it's like a record album. Here, this is the full album. This is cool too. A full album. Okay, but there's one side and the other side. So sometimes you'll see two of those pieces. Sometimes I'll throw three to add that in. But believe me, I'm using 3s, 6s, or 9s in here a lot, just to make it pure and to make that intent pure. Will there be robots? Come on. Yes, of course. Just another working stiff. So that's what's going on. Thanks to these guys too. Don't worry, we got you all the way around. This is so brilliant. I can't even begin to describe how cool it is. Look at that. Look at that. Mom sewed it on. And thanks for having a heart, guys. I'll talk to you soon. And that's what's going on. Peace and love. Happy day after Valentine's Day. Keep that love going.
Weekend update.
Hey, what are you doing there, Slick?
I see you found my other arm and my soda machine. Here, let me help you out a little bit. Easy. There we go.
Huh.
And refreshment delivered.
Thanks, I really needed that.
Hey, didn't think it's got a lot of pop to it, doesn't it?
Might as well. I'm just a working stiff.
I am Taxman.